Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, Jazz Planted. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be doing a February budget with me, so I hope you like it. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. We are budgeting for February, and I have some stickers that I made just using my Cricut and some sticker paper. So I am going to begin budgeting by outlining what days I have payments due. So I'm gonna start by writing down what bill is due and the amount that's due. There's also a checkbox once the bill has been paid. So as you can see, I am writing down everything that is due and the amount. I customize these so that they actually fit inside the boxes for this cloth and paper monthly insert. So it should fit right inside of there. I'm so proud of myself for only having this amount of bills. I've come a long way with my money habits. That's due on the 15th. Now I'm going to move on to my monthly budget. And I'm going to be using a template from my shop as a pre-planner. Looks like this. I have multiple monthly budgets available on my website and in my Etsy shop, so if you're interested, go and check it out. And thank you if you decide to support. Okay, so let's see. I get paid weekly and I am under a contract. So I'm just gonna put contract for the income. I'm going to budget about $1,400 per paycheck. I'm gonna do my savings last because it's usually a plug on whatever's left. We are going to do Capital One. I have a loan. I have a student loan. I usually budget 125. This is 250 and 100. And then I have Discover. And let's go to our expenses. Rent. Insurance. And so since I just did those stickers, I already know like what is what, but we can go back and refer to. Okay, so this is everything that's already listed in here. I don't have my Discover in here because I usually don't have a balance on it, but just in case. So now I'm going to add my other categories like personal, Cali, home. It's February. And then once I'm done budgeting for those, then I will fill those in. I'm gonna say for now, $2,000. budgeting this for personal. This is usually 50 to 100, depending on the things that we need. I'm gonna do another 50 here and then 25. I did not include subs, like my subscriptions. Okay, so this is pretty much everything that I need to budget for. Let me just put a number, plug a number in here. Let's go ahead and add this up. Okay, and so we're just going to bring everything that's up in the different categories down here. So we have 5,600, 2,000, and 1,810. So at this point, I should be subtracting my savings, my debt, and my expenses from my total income. But what I did was I just totaled everything up to figure out what my savings plug would be. And so you'll see me just adding that up on the side. And then I'll end up plugging in whatever's left over into my savings so that at the end of my budgeting period, or at the end of my budget, my income will equal my expenses and there's zero left. Which, yeah. I probably should put a line for investing. Like investing in myself and my shop and things like that and my business. Yeah. So as you can see, this is not going to be my hard copy because of things like that. So what you see me doing now is updating my plug number, which originally was 1165, but since I added that business row and I'm going to put a new number there, then the 1165 plug will decrease by 200, as you see me writing in 200 for my business, which means my expenses will increase by 200, which gives me that 2010. And then I'll go back and subtract the 1165 by the 200, which is 965. And then I'll update my weekly summary at the bottom. Okay, so basically I'm going to end up doing this again, and it's going to be the same size. It's going to be A5. Planner. I went ahead and printed off another template in a smaller size, and I just moved everything over. I did have to make some changes. As you can see, my plug has decreased more than the original amount of 965. I need to update this. And the reason that it dropped is because I added food and eating out. Another thing that I did was I combined like Valentine's Day and gifts into one. So it's just one line. So there's an increase here of $125. It was originally $20.10, I believe. So that's the new amount. So I updated everything else down here. And as you can see, I have a grand total of 0 because I used 0 budgeting. So this is my weekly paycheck budget, and it's basically the same thing as my monthly budget, except it's categorized by week. So I know exactly how much is coming in and going out by the week. So I started off with all my expenses, which are the same expenses I listed in my monthly budget, and I added the due dates. If it was things like personal, business, or like gifts. It doesn't have a due date, so I just put NA, and then I listed all my subs at the bottom. There was a difference or a variance of about $12. I was supposed to put $28.40 into my savings by the end of the month, but as you see here, my overall extra money that I have is $28.52. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but I'll figure it out. I have an extra $12, so I'm not mad at that. But yeah, I added all the amounts down, and I just listed, I get paid on Wednesday, so I listed the actual date would be the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd, and then I listed out each expense by its due date. So for example, rent's paid on the 1st. I'll probably be using my final check of the month to pay for March's rent. You could split it out over the month evenly if you wanted to. That way it might make things easier depending on what your income is. But yeah, so my Capital One payment's due on the 7th, so I would pay that with the check that I get on the 2nd versus it being late and me waiting until I get paid on the 9th, for example. So that's basically it, and I just totaled everything at the bottom. So here's that $28.52 overall that I have extra for the month after my expenses are paid. And then this is the total of everything that's in these columns above, and this is what would be left over. So these amounts at the bottom is what I should be putting into my savings account every week. And then the rest of the expenses will just come out my account. But now I am 100% budgeted for the month of February. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, but I will check you out in the next one.